Josh.
DM is muted.
Josh, you're muted.
It's okay. It's okay. Super deep breath and just do it again.
Good morning, evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome to episode 3 of Looking for Legends, guys, where we get nerdy, throw math rocks, and look for legends. Wow, guys, it's been crazy. I haven't put much up in terms of like updates or anything on TikTok or whatever. I'm in the process of a cross-country move, so my head is a little spacey today. But we're here. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a great game. As we move into this, I'd just like to remind everybody that this content may include fantasy violence, social adversity, or some adult themes as part of the storytelling. The characters, events, and settings are purely fictitious, and any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or to real-world events is coincidental and unintentional. Viewer discretion is advised, as some themes may not be suitable for all audiences. By continuing with us, we ask that you accept these elements and join us in the community and game that we all love. Thank you guys for being a part of our legendary journey. Now, does anybody else have anything to say, announce, whatever? Plug?
I have a plug for Our Flag Means Doom over on Mr. Dandy DM's YouTube channel. We've got a half-orc Pandora who is absolutely fabulous, and several other characters that, because my brain is broken, does not want to bring up at the moment. So come and look, check us all out.
I haven't thought to plug this yet because we're on a bit of a hiatus, but I'll plug my D&D show, the Roll for Chaos show, where you can get all your D&D chaotic needs. The show is focused and solely insatiated with chaotic storytelling, with chaotic characters, wild stories. It's super fun. We're on a bit of a hiatus right now, but season 1 is already up on YouTube at Roll for Chaos show, so check it out before season 2 comes out. Yeah, the Roll for Chaos show.
All right. And we do love flags, death, and chaos. So let's go ahead and jump into this with Sebastian Cade giving us our recap.
All right, so again, this is written from his perspective. He's the 3rd of Geth, year 34 of the present age. Life has been interesting lately. Took on a job with Scorn for some extra pay to help make a couple ends meet. Met a few good folk on the job, in fact. Each one has their uses, and I could see why they were picked for the original job. But after the ship sank, we made it back to the port. Well, we almost did, before we were waylaid by the Dawn's Light, a ship that happened to hold a few refugees and had the likeness of my goddess Amara on the front. She was never the type to send me flowers, but I've always loved her ability to lend me a helping hand right when I needed it. After settling in, getting our waterlogged grains on board, we were asked to stay below deck in order to get through the Port Authority. While waiting, among the refugees was an individual. You know, I can't quite remember the name given, but either way, it was a false name at the time, so I don't think that matters right now. Anyways, she approached us with yet another proposition to get our butts into a bar and gain another job. I thought, what the heck? I ain't dead yet. Let's get to it. Anyways, it did get all political at one point. I know there's a but a New Republic and there's treason being thrown around as a bad word, but honestly, sometimes you gotta go against the grain to make things happen. Reminds me of a time myself and Edmund got held up asking to help some king, and we had to wait a few years, but then we were able to make the Dragon Lancer, so that was neat. Regardless, we ended up in a rousing conversation of becoming what sounded like sort of a hit squad. Maybe undercover operations sounds better. I don't know. Either way, these individuals wanted us to start making change in a way that only I guess we can. To celebrate, we drank. It was delicious until the wrathful grapes decided to turn the evening sour. Took out on Yanwu, and I could feel my throat melting away. Also, saw some of the politicians take a dive for the dirt. Good thing we all had something that could alleviate those pains. Daisy's got some good magics and was able to take care of Anyanwu, in fact. After that, our group saddled up and moseyed on out to figure out what, or rather who, could have poisoned us. We talked to the shop owner where the bottle of wine had been purchased. Nice people. I paid them for any damages for the apparent break-in they had the night prior. Remember, Sebastian, you gotta be more specific when asking people for things. I swear I saw Anaka contemplate ripping the door off after asking her to close it and stand guard. Anyways, after that, we headed to another alchemist. Turned out to be a gentleman like Scorn. They said some weird things at one point, but if I remember correctly, they have their own code, just like I would with a fellow from the clergy of Amara. Either way, nice gentleman. Gonna have to make Scorn go back there since he struggles to make friends. After that, we head on out to a shady part of town. Hours crept up on us, and Anyanwu made us all some friendship necklaces that glow. Good thing, too, because it got sketchy and I can't see in the dark. I'm pretty sure we're walking into a trap, but I gotta let these youngins figure that out on their own. Ain't nothing gonna hurt them while I'm around. Did y'all hear something? Oh boy, those people don't look friendly, huh? Well, until next time, be good, Sebastian, and remember to eat your vegetables.
Thank you, Zeba Stallion. Excellent. And as you all do stand in the mooring, a slum that's that's sort of where much of the underground in this city. That's not. Yep. Apologies. Here we go. Where much of the underground in this city sort of operates. You are approached by a group of shadows, sort of coming out from the alleyways, out from the darkness. And you hear a voice say, "Well, well, well. What have we got here?"
Anwu steps protectively behind Daisy.
Hey, how feeling, Ani? Do you need any more help there?
I think I might need a little help in a second here.
Cool, because I am sitting at a pretty 14 out of 67 hit points. I think I'm gonna do something about that.
Yeah, I'm not looking too good either.
If Daisy and Anyanwu look that rough, Inaka's going to stand in front of both of them, just kind of weave an arm around them and push them behind her.
Oh,
absolutely.
Going to unholster her hand axe.
Absolutely. Okay.
I just wave.
All right.
Hi.
What can we do for you, fine gentlemen?
And you would notice that there is the male presenting person who spoke initially. There are also to his side. There's a woman and several others of mixed genders. You see, altogether about 7 or 8 of them. I think that's 8, if I counted right. There should be 8 that are sort of surrounding you. And he steps forward and says, "Well, you've come into my domain. So I just require the passage fee."
Is that like a password? Does anybody know the password?
I want to chunk 5 gold at him.
Like, hard?
Yeah. Keep beating him. Take it, bitch.
Embeds in his skull.
He catches it.
All 5?
Oh, I thought I assumed like in a pouch. You meant you just. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
if I had an extra pouch to chunk it at him with, then I would, but I don't.
Sure. Excellent. Okay. All right.
Pouches are hard to come by these days.
Yeah.
It's still
Okay.
in a small cluster. She just like it's she's
Sure,
got it
sure,
stacked
sure.
in her hand, so it's just at
Okay,
his chest.
I see. Excellent. Then he just kind of he doesn't move. He doesn't flinch as the coins hit him and bounce off and onto the ground. You hear a sort of clanging as it hits the breastplate and then the cobblestone. I'm afraid my price is higher than that.
Did you count them?
It was
No, I
5.
never-
I counted. It was 5.
Yes. Now, how much do you have? Let's talk numbers.
Oh,
We
no,
just gave you it.
that ain't happening. You give us a price, and we'll think about it.
I'm so nervous.
We didn't come here to take things from you.
Oh,
We're just
I doubt you could if you tried.
that ain't my intention.
Do you?
Again, we just want to pass through.
I really don't think you want to start this, buddy. Can I shift into Shiverbug and possibly roll for intimidation?
You absolutely can. Go ahead and roll intimidation.
How dark is it in this?
It is. It is. I would say it is dimly lit. It's not total darkness, but it is dimly lit. And mostly it's just kind of
That is
torchlight.
a nat 20 plus 8.
Plus
No
8, okay,
way.
28. A 28.
Mhm.
Excellent.
No way.
Mhm.
You see this man falter for a second as he struggles to think. You see a bead of sweat begin to form on his brow.
How many of them are there, and what are like? Can I clock within that light, even though I'm a human? What they're wearing, like what they have, just sort of like addressed, like what's going on.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception or I guess insight, I suppose, to sort of read that.
Okay. I'd rather start low. 14.
Okay. With a 14, what you notice is that a few of them don't seem quite corporeal.
Hmm.
Don't like this at all.
Okay.
There are about 5 of them that their forms just shimmer just slightest bit as you look around.
Can I ask y'all a question? Maybe we can talk about price afterwards, but do you have anything to do with are y'all in the business of poisoning anybody by chance? It's okay. We deal with like the bad side of stuff too. I myself, I'm a mercenary, so like, blood is what it is. So I'm just curious about if that is in fact your line of work.
I prefer to handle things in a much more up close and personal fashion. He kind of begins to pop his knuckles and stretch out his hands a little bit.
Well, you're my kind of person. I like that. I look over at you, Score, and I go, dibs.
Oh, you can definitely have him. But
That's
whoever
if.
sent him did not give him all the information about us.
I mean, that's fair.
I look over to Anaka. See, we don't have just one monster in the party. You have at least 3. And Scorn's going to pull down his mask. And what his mask is doing is he's activating the Alchemist Cowl. But he's also activating his hat as disguise. And he's making himself a foot taller because That's all it can do. So he's 6'5" now. Very intimidating.
You're taller than
And
me now.
Holy night.
6'5", and it's just like this black, inky, tar-like face with glowing eyes and just big wizard-like sleeves and everything. There's many monsters here. Is your life worth it?
You know,
I'd like to intimidate him as well.
I was about to say, go ahead and roll intimidation also.
I mean, he's already feeling it with Daisy. Now that he's seeing more
true.
monsters.
Yeah.
Like, I may have bitten off a little bit more than I could chew.
It's not a nat 20, but intimidation. It's a 18.
Okay.
You don't sound
At
much
this
older
one, he looks over and says, Astrid, I do believe that we have someone worth talking to. Maybe we can stop our show for now. And she says, all right. She kind of flicks her hands and... Oh man, I'm in the wrong layer. Let's see. She flicks her fingers and several of the figures just disappear. You now see before you only 3. The man looks back at you. Now let us talk of monsters. And as he does, you see a greenish substance begin to fall from his mouth down his chin, and as it drops onto the cobblestone, you hear a sizzle and see the stone begin to erode.
You might want to get that checked. I had that happen to me a couple of hours ago, but I managed to fix myself right up. That said, again, I'm just like, are you sure you don't deal with toxins? Because that seems. Ugh.
It's more like an acid, really, but.
Oh, I mean, sure. I don't know compounds or fractions.
You,
but...
sir, monster, must know something of this, yes?
Oh, you're not really telling me anything new there, Pally boy.
Excellent.
So, my question, okay, do you know who we are? Better question. There you go.
I do not.
So this is completely unrelated to like what we've been doing all night. None of y'all have anything. You're not like waylaying us just because you're just being.
I know that you have entered the domain over which is my authority.
And,
well,
all who come here pay tribute to me. Now I ask who you are, as you have pointed out that I do not truly know.
Well, no, if you don't know, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that like in my head, the way I was setting everything up to where like I needed to get to, if you're not worth my time, you're not worth my time, which clearly you aren't. So.
And for a split second, his eyes go a vibrant, eerie green. Are you challenging me?
If you no longer have dibs, may I?
Oh no, I still have dibs, but like I'm just wait like when it gets to it. If you wish to challenge me, fine, but may I recommend against it for both our sakes? I'm not trying to overpower you here. You look like you could, I don't know. I don't want to catch what you got, but regardless.
have nothing to pay in tribute, then we must get on with your death. However, why first have you come to this domain?
Oh, that was part of my
I'd
first
just like to
questioning.
know who I'm going to kill.
Yeah, absolutely. That's part of my first questioning was the whole poison thing. Do you have anything to do with that? People you would know, especially if you're out here just threatening people. You seem kind of, not like you should be threatening people. But what do I know?
So is the question if he knows poisoners then? Okay.
Specifically, let me rephrase. Do you know poisoners who would deal in purple worm poison?
I would like, as he answers this question, for everyone to roll me an insight check. Unfortunately, I do not know anyone who sells or deals in purple worm poison.
Well, as we've already given you 5 gold, you've said that isn't enough, and you don't have the answers we need. You're in our way. Are you sure you want to ring this bell? Because once it's rung, you can't unring it.
What were those insight checks?
11.
16.
21.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
Bless you.
18.
Okay.
Sorry, Steven me this year.
Zeb and Daisy, you would pick up on the fact that he's telling the truth. He does not know people who deal in those poisons, but he knows of them, and they don't sit well with him.
He's lying.
I almost couldn't see that you said that, so I was scared. I was like, where did that come from?
No,
Wait, who said that? I totally didn't see who said that.
Yeah, that was great.
It was Shiverbug.
That was insane.
Like ventriloquism.
I was like, who got into this stream?
For real, that was insane.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So with that knowledge, how do you all?
Anwu's gonna just kind of squeeze past everybody and get right up to Zeb. Zeb.
Yeah,
Zeb.
yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. What's
Yeah,
up?
you should ask him about the Chancellor. Does he like the Chancellors? Do they not like the Chancellor here? I don't know. That's just
Good question.
I don't know. Sorry. And
Yeah,
then
no.
He's
Never.
back to the back.
I keep looking at him. I go, never apologize for having a good question or any questions. Ask them. Be you. Anyway, by the way, my name is Sebastian Cade. Because you wanted to know that because you said you were going to take my life anyway. You might as well write it down on my tombstone. But can I get your name as well? And the gods you worship, preferably. So that way I can set up your last rites if it comes to that.
You see him get a slightly amused look on his face. My name is Frixios. And I worship the twins, the bringers of justice.
And last question. Do you like the Chancellor or no?
I was not aware we lived under a chancellorship.
Fair. So, do you like poison? You said you like to get your hands dirty, but, not that dirty. So my question to you is, do you work with them or not?
A look of disdain based on your previous insight checks. A look of disdain comes across his face as he looks to his fellows. And the woman steps forward. No, he doesn't, and we don't.
Perfect. So now what I'm trying to figure out is somebody poisoned a lot of my friends. I made that comment about looking like you a couple of hours ago. Somebody did that to us. All right. And we're just trying to figure out where on this planet could that have come from, who ordered it, and what we could do with it. If you don't have any information, again, and the fact that we've already paid you and it's not enough, we have no interest in one another unless you have more answers, which we can give you more prize.
Give me a persuasion check.
Gladly. Am I good at this one? Kind of. Ooh. Well, hey, 7 plus 7, that's 14.
Okay. All right. The woman looks back at the man who you now know to be called Frixios. She says, there's a quick exchange of glances between them, and he nods. I'd like to offer you a different option. Do you know where they are?
Where who are? Like the person who did the poisoning? I sort of zoned out. It's kind of dark out here.
The person who did the poisoning, yes.
Oh no, that's why we're here. We're trying to figure out who did it, and now we know where. Like, we've done all the points. We went to this shop. I paid them for the damages. Nice people. I recommend stopping by. Good people. You like them. Don't break in though. Anyway, but regardless, I recommend we did the work. So now we're here trying to figure out if you know anything. And if you don't, well, we got to keep spelunking. Scorn is spelunking, the word I used there?
I mean, if you want to dip dive into a cave, I guess. I don't know.
All right. No, I think
We've narrowed down their location to a single neighborhood, but they still have evaded us thus far.
So you're after the same people.
They've denied me my tributes. And now I'm out for blood.
Daisy just morphs back into a little bubblegum pink Daisy and sorry. Then it kind of seems like we're on the same team.
It would seem that way.
Or at least not enemies. And you're 5 gold richer.
You know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
If you help us locate and dispatch these, whatever it is they are, I will forgive your breach in etiquette, shall we say, in my domain. You're unable to. I hope that your tombstone has written on it everything you wish.
I meant to ask, but my scarier side isn't as talkative. Who has given you the authority over this lovely corner?
Well, if we're to partner, I see no reason to hide anymore. He flicks up his hand, and you see a black claw begin to transform. His head sort of pulls back as a snout elongates, and eyes glow green, acid dripping from a toothy maw. And then pulls it back.
I can do that.
I can't.
I would hope not.
I've told you I worship the twins, yes?
You did. You did.
And now you know why.
I guess we're not fighting. Okay, so Scorn's going to shrink back down to his hobgoblin form.
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation because about 5 minutes ago, Onwu peed himself. So
Oh, no.
I'm casting Prestidigitation just to like clean that up.
That fits.
That was intense.
Yeah.
Onwu
So-
was feeling that.
So is he dragon or dragonborn?
Dragonborn do not shapeshift.
Yeah.
At least not in this setting.
I just look at him and I just say, man, I've had an interesting past, and a couple of y'all were a part of it. I had a friend, Ed, I think it was. He was, we had a good time with y'all. I'm pretty sure. I was drunk for a lot of it, though, to be honest. So, but either way, you're good folk. You're good folk. It would have been a good fight, but regardless, we can still have that duel if you'd like.
Give me
hey,
a deception check at that one. That's gonna merit a deception check. He's heard stories of Edmund.
It's not a deception if it's true.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant intimidation. I said deception.
Oh, intimidation? I wasn't trying to be intimidating. I was just it was more.
That's. I understand you weren't. He very well might be intimidated by that.
Oh, okay. 14.
You partied with a dragon slayer. I mean, he might have a pucker factor.
A 14. Okay. Nothing seems to change in his demeanor. What? Go ahead.
I was going to say, don't forget your inspiration we've yet to use.
Oh, yeah.
The blueberry.
I won't use it for this time.
All right.
Okay.
It's a good berry.
Excellent. Okay. So, as this group leads you toward a specific neighborhood to which they have supposedly tracked these poisoners, I'm going to need somebody. Well, I'll just make it a group check. Go ahead and give me it can be perception, investigation. I would even take survival, as it's kind of deals with tracking.
I'll take perception.
I'll do investigation.
I'll do survival.
Yep,
I needed that.
What were the options again? I apologize.
Survival,
Investigation, perception, or survival.
Perfect.
Oh my God, I rolled-
Perception.
I got a dirty 20.
Cock.
I would like to, as we walk, cast Cure Wounds on myself and on Nonwu.
Lifesaver. I was really worried. I was worried.
Have we walked up to this guy now, or are we not, tooling pistols? We're
Oh yeah, yeah. They're kind of they're leading you to the neighborhood.
I just want to swab some of the acid that he dripped from his mouth on the ground. Just
Yeah. Okay.
Science.
Yeah. Yep. You now have a swab of acid breath.
I mean, I can't do anything with it. I'm just trying to like use research.
Sure. Yeah. Which is
On-
why I didn't require a check.
Yeah, as we follow these guys around, Onwu is like sometimes on all fours, like checking the ground, and like he'll get like up on a wall and like look really close. He has like his visor of his armor open, and he just has like these goggles that are so thick with like shifting lenses. He's just like up close and personal, like on everything, as he investigates the area.
Excellent. So what were all of those checks again?
25.
I got a 20 on investigation.
Okay. 25, 20.
10
I
in
think I see
survival.
Daisy's 10, yeah.
I got a 15 for perception.
Gotcha.
16 for perception.
Okay, excellent. As a group, you still manage to pass. You spend, as they lead you to the neighborhood, you begin to look for signs of life, signs of where things might be hidden, all the sort of things that you might learn while you are a smuggler. Primarily leading the way is Scorn and Anyanwu, who seem to just be leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. Though Zeb and Inaka do see the same things mostly, they're just a little bit slower to see them. You eventually find your way to a pile of rubbish. You would know that there's probably something under this pile of rubbish.
I pick it up.
just the
Go
whole
pile.
It's a pile.
The whole pile of rubbish. I just.
Okay, yeah, why not? Under this pile of rubbish, there is a hidden doorway, just made of wood.
Guys.
Hey, on a trap door. Good job, Anyanwu.
Oh my gosh. I thought it was just trash. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was just trash.
You just picked up a thing of trash just because you could?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Just-
I was wondering if I could like use it for something, but
I mean, one man's trash is another man's trap door.
Oh,
that's what I
God.
always say.
As you all begin to look at this door, it is marked with what looks to be almost a crudely carved ghost. Very kind of Casper-esque, just,
So like
yeah.
a red circle with a line through it.
Go in here, guys. Oh no. We're gonna have to bust some specters down there. I don't know about that. Busting does not make me feel good.
Is it locked? Can we get in?
I don't want to touch it.
We're still with the other three people, right?
Correct.
So your door, go for it.
Ani, you were perfectly comfortable picking up a giant pile of trash into your arms, but you won't touch the door.
Yeah, trash can't hurt you. Trash is good. Trash has stuff in it.
There could be like a needle or something in there for all you know.
A needle?
This goes back to his whole argument of smuggle being a bad word, but steal isn't. You know,
Yes.
I don't think it necessarily makes sense. It just works for him, and that's kind of what
Yeah.
matters.
We'll talk about that
I
later.
found some of the best stuff in trash.
Okay.
I bet you
Hey,
did.
Pretty Sea Guy, are you gonna come open this?
Doors usually have bad people on the other side of them.
Or sometimes
That's pretty
they have
clear to
cool
me.
stuff. Just like there could be more trash down there. How do you know?
Do we know what this symbol stands for?
That's
Or have we seen it before? Or
Give me a history check. Yeah, and whoever wants to can give me a history check.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Plus 0.
Oh, you
All right.
0.
So, you actually... Give me 1 second. Let me find it in the document. Everything's taking a little longer to load today. Dang it. You actually remember when this group was a fledgling group, when they were truly just beginning. You remember hearing of a group that started out really, they started out as freedom fighters. Really pretty far back in the day. Your timeline is a little screwed up, but there was a group called the Wraiths that started out as freedom fighters and quickly became a group against all but their own lineage. An elven group, primarily based in Siluria.
Was this?
Haven't heard much about them in a long time.
And now, am I putting this kind of together with what the lady was saying yesterday?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The Wraiths were the one that attacked us, right? On the boat?
I don't believe anything conclusive has been drawn from who attacked you.
No.
But I can't remember where we learned about them, but they were called the Alborian Wraiths, and they were a hate-mongering group that, would just terrorize
those of my lineage, if I'm not mistaken.
Specifically, yes, but there were also others within the refugees that were brought here.
Gotcha. Well, I kind of want to burn this to the ground, but what is it? Frixios? Is that how do I?
Frixios,
it's fricassee.
Frixios.
It's about to be.
Frixios. You able to get us through this? Or who do you want to take on point here? Like, you want to go first? You want us to go first? Again, this is our same target.
I'm actually just going to roll for that because, let's see. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you.
He says, "Oh, I'll be taking this first."
All right. You mind if I take up right behind your rear?
Oh, easy.
Scorn, I need to see this guy's prowess up close, all right?
Oh, prowess. I thought you said privates up close.
Listen, that was one time.
Very well. Are any of you...
I'm holding up stories on me.
I want to hear that story. I think this can wait, actually. I would like to hear that story, Zeb.
On Yanwu, this is one of those times.
Right.
All right, we're going to keep going forward.
Okay, so you know about this location. What else do we need to know? What can you tell us? I mean, we're about to kick the cockroach's nest. Let's see how many scramble.
I unfortunately do not know anything of this location. As I said, they have eluded me thus far. However, I would imagine there's an alarm on that door to alert them inside. Can anyone do something about that? My hands are meant for harder things.
Same. Scorn on Yanwu?
Let me take a peek. Would Would identify do anything to disarm a trap? That's the only thing I'm thinking. Like,
No.
what I could do.
Yeah, no. Not identify.
And Inaka starts digging into her pocket and going, I might actually have something for this. Hang on 1 second. Let's see if I can find the damn thing. Aha! And she pulls up what pokes out of the top of her hand, looks like a normal question mark, like a little metal question mark. And she extends it, and it's actually a mystery key. And I have to roll on a D100 to see if when I stick this key into any lock, whether or not I manage the 5% chance of it unlocking.
Whoa.
That's so cool.
It will be if it works.
That's a 5% chance. That's...
I mean, I tend to roll high on D100, so
Let's go. You got it.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying
Not really. I have to roll a 5 or lower. That's what I just
That's a chance. That's a chance.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
I rolled a 4.
Yes! Let's go!
No way, bro. No way.
It's my fault.
She sticks the key into the door and goes, let's see if it works. I don't know. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it... Oh. Hey, it worked!
Excellent. I'm going to say that based on that small of a chance, I'm going to say for this one time, it's going to also disarm that alarm. Because usually it would just unlock the door, correct? Okay, excellent. For this one time, I'm going to allow it to disarm the trap as well.
I usually roll high on D100s. Oh, also the key disappears. So like when she went, it just vanished.
Consumable.
Yep.
Yeah.
One-time use.
Still pretty awesome.
That was quite resourceful. Giant woman. And then he just kind of like throws open the door, and
Maybe quieter.
there is a massive like hole that just kind of drops down. He gives a shrug and then jumps.
Oh, okay. And then I just jump
Better
in
him than
after him.
us.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I can't let him have all the glory.
Did Anyanu give us all those glowy necklaces?
Yeah, y'all got glowing necklaces.
I'm just gonna like
Yeah,
take
what
mine
did the
off and
glowy
drop it
necklaces
down the
do?
hole.
Well, I mean, you see me with mine on dropping currently.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep mine
He
on.
only
Like,
drops about 15 feet.
That's enough to
Go
break
ahead
a
and,
man's leg.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and roll me a dex save.
You got it.
I should have kept my damn mouth shut.
That should be fun. I've rolled a 13s and got a +4,
Okay.
so 17, good sir.
Excellent. All right. You stick that landing very easily.
All
All
right.
right. Anybody else?
is there anything solid outside the hole that I could tie off to?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. You'd be able to find. A bar, a ladder, a part of a building, something like that.
Good. Take my rope, fold it in half, and like put it over there, and like go down both sides of the hole, and then pull the one side. So nothing's tied off, but I could pull the rope back to me and put it back in my inventory.
Okay. Excellent.
Inaka's going to look at Daisy on Yanwu. If you wish, I can hold you while I jump down.
It's okay.
Very
And
sweet.
You can use my rope. I haven't, I'm not done with it.
you see, Anyanwu was like in the corner. He had his Omni tool. He was channeling some magic. He was going to create a contraption that would cast Featherfall, but he goes, "No, I like your rope. Let's do the rope. Just pack it up.
Sometimes simple is best.
I'll just pack that up. Yeah, sure. I'll take the rope." And I take the rope.
As you all, in your various ways, venture downward, you see initially for the first 20 or so feet, it is almost entire darkness, just outside of that 20-foot view, you begin to see lights, torches on sconces in the walls that seem to illuminate what was once a cathedral, the home of gods, now a cavern fit for the rats who crawl through its desecrated halls. The air is thick and fraught with tension, dusty from the collapsed doors of chambers long forgotten. The walls are hung with red banners, tattered and grim like specters of vengeance, hatred. A voice calls as you enter. What you think you're doing, walking about down here? Don't you know there are dangerous folk in the mooring? As you see 5 or 6, well, actually they're right there. There are 5. What you would reckon to be Arborian wraiths.
Did we all make our way down, or is it just?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would say that this occurred as everyone was getting down. Everyone would be able to hear it. You, Zeb, and Frixios would be the ones that primarily they were talking to.
Again, I state, I know you're a tough cookie, but how about you go left, I'll go right.
Who are you saying this to?
Frixios.
Okay. Excellent. And immediately he takes dragon form.
Oh my god.
Don't you think it's a little
Which
bit
is-
cramped in here for that?
Well, it was once a cathedral. Like it is a relatively large.
Daisy just likes to be a smartass.
Excellent. Love it. We love it. Yeah, so he's about 4 times as big as any of the people in there, aside from, Inaka. As he does. Realistically, this was set up as a combat initially. However, with 3 added people, you all cut through these 5 in a matter of seconds.
Damn.
However, they do call out, and the sound of blades echoes through the chamber. How do you all proceed?
I really want to run.
Where are we going to run?
You're gonna hold your ground.
I really want to run.
I grab his chest and I just go, "You got this. You're tough enough to be here with all of us. You were chosen for this. We got stuff
give me
to
a
do."
roar, honey. Give me a
got
roar.
Please don't make me do it.
You don't have to roar, but do it.
I really don't want to do it.
Then don't do it. All right, Scorn, you're kind of more of a like. How do we play this?
Oh, I'm ready to fight, baby. I'm ready to fight.
All right,
But I'm gonna hide first.
Okay, cool. Everyone, I guess stay behind me.
Inaka just shakes her head at him. She doesn't say a damn word. Just no.
You can't stay behind me. You're too tall anyway. They can get you regardless.
I'm gonna before I hide. I'm gonna go up to Anyanu and everything. Hey, Tiger, Lion Man, you got this. You got this. Hey, real quick. What's that? What's that over there? As he turns, I'm gonna stab him in the neck with a syringe and give him a potion of heroism.
Oh my god.
I was just looking through my spells to see what I could give him. That's good enough.
You get 10 temporary hit points, and for an hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of bless.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
Get in the
That's
fight.
wild.
Tell him good night. And I'm just gonna run behind a pillar.
Okay.
It's time to go. It's time to go to bed. Good night, everyone.
Oh my god.
It's time to go to bed, everyone.
I don't
That's
think
my
that's
guy.
quite
He's
leading
kind of
that
an
money,
idiot.
but you got the spirit. Let's go.
All right. So, as you go charging through this once cathedral, now more or less ruins, there are off to the side several collapsed, probably some form of antechamber or various chambers and rooms within the temple. You charge through, and the only open entrance that you still see is at the far end, or at least the only one not collapsed. There are two large wooden doors, mostly rotted, that stand before you. And you imagine this leads into the central antechamber where most worship would have taken place.
Shame to see such a place in such a state.
It must have once been a great temple.
Yeah, anyway, once we've finished admiring all the architecture,
What is pretty stone?
Okay. How do you all proceed?
So you said there's two doors, and that's like behind those doors is where we hear the sounds coming from of people coming.
You would begin to hear shuffling in there. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna look to. Okay, so I'm gonna look to Frixias. You want to take him by surprise or by force?
yes.
Force.
I like your style. Shall we wait for them to break down the door, or shall we just open it for them?
His mouth kind of goes agape in a smile as acid falls from it, and he lurches forward, wings spread out behind him, and crashes through the door. As he does, you see. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Pull a couple more things into here. As you have assets I was not entirely certain you were going to have. Okay, excellent. You see the central antechamber of this place, of this cathedral. You see a statue at the far end that doesn't seem to be reminiscent of any god because it has been torn apart and destroyed. No iconography remains on the walls except for the torn and tattered banners. When the door flies open, several of the initial people that you see there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 people that you see there, right? Yes. Sort of jump back in fright. What do you? I mean,
I'm gonna
roll initiative.
Any step that Frixias is taking, I am also trying to just keep up with a dragon here. So I would.
Excellent.
It's really nothing
is
to
anybody
say.
else?
We have a dragon.
Yeah, is anybody else really able to fit through that door after he is bulky and in the way?
No, yeah, he went through, and you guys can basically fit through the opening that he's made. The door is basically kind of shattered.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can I see anything going on in there?
Yeah. I mean, you would see lots of people that are now beginning to ready weapons.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for my initiative.
I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers into the room.
Oh, okay. So does anybody have an action they would like to complete before initiative is rolled? Because you guys do have this.
Yeah, I should. Oh,
yes.
No, because it's a surprise round, right?
More or less.
Cool, so I can cast Cloud of Daggers without rolling for initiative.
Yeah. Yep.
Yay! I'm doing that now. We're gonna. Ooh. Should I do that? Yeah, we're gonna cast Cloud of Daggers at 4th level.
Oh, okay.
That's 22 damage.
Okay. Wow.
It's a 5-foot cube centered on the point I choose within range. A creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn in there.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. So I will take that down. And how much was the damage you said on that?
22.
Excellent. You see several of them begin to falter. As they, just blood begins pouring profusely out of every opening that is now being gashed in their skin. They remain standing. They remain steadfast and in a charge. Who else has an action they would like to complete before initiative is rolled?
Boom. Onwu is going to once again whip out his Omni tool, and he goes to work crafting little pieces of armor, and I send them out. They go flitting about the room, and they land on Scorn, Inaka, and Daisy, and I am effectively casting Aid, which means you all now have your hit point maximum increases by 10, and you also gain 10 temporary HP. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's not right. No, your hit point maximum goes up by 10, and you also get 10 more hit points. Got it.
Okay. All right. Who else?
I will cast Divine Favor on myself.
Ooh, nice. We've got Cloud of Daggers, whatever Anyamu just did, and Divine Favor.
Magic armor.
I'll prepare a patient defense.
Okay. Excellent. Scorn.
I'm going to click a
Don't mind
potion of greater healing into my mask and a potion of resistance into my mask. I won't activate them, but I have them locked in.
Okay. Excellent. So the dragon bursts through the door. Immediately, you guys begin casting spells, preparing defense, and shoving potions into your mask. The dragon expels a bout of acid, and I'm going to go ahead and roll that damage very quickly. That is 11d8. Dang. Okay. All together, 51 damage. So the acid spews out over a large group of these wraiths. Then Daisy, you cast your daggers, and as you do, all but, let's see, this group here, let me just go ahead and, they fall. They are no more. You now have 4 in front of you. And now, everyone roll initiative. And while we're doing that, actually, let me go ahead and I'm trying something new tonight, guys. I got a second monitor, so theoretically, I should be able to share a screen. Well,
I think that worked. I rolled an initiative in D&D Beyond It won't let me click on my character.
Hey, there we go.
Roll 20, so I hope that it got ported over.
I see everything in roll 20 here, so let me just zoom in on that. Okay, all right. So, can you guys see that all right in the studio and online? I'm just trying new things, making sure that everything is visible.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, that's sick.
Excellent. There we go. Okay. All right. So, let me mark down initiative. 20 to 25. Actually, yeah, I'm still just going to do it this way. 20 to 25. Okay. 15 to 20.
15.
15, Zeb. And then... Okay. 10 to 15? Anyone?
11.
Excellent.
9.
4. Ooh. And Inaka?
I rolled a 14 on D&D Beyond, but I did roll physical dice for it, and I kind of like that result better because I got the same thing twice. It's a 5.
Okay, so are we doing 5 then, or the 14?
I will leave that to your discretion. It's your game. You're running it. I'm just playing.
Let's do 14. Give you guys benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
So that would put you directly after Sebastian, then, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and Anyanwu, where are you, buddy?
I got an 8.
Okay.
You guys did so good.
You want me to roll?
Daisy?
You want me to roll for the Black Dragon?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I went ahead and put him in charge of the Black Dragon for this fight, so that I don't have to try and keep all of that. Because DMs, any DM watching this, it is okay if your players are okay with it for you to allow them to run monsters or man stat blocks for you. Anyway, okay thing that you can do.
Load.
All right. So what is
Friskios got a 10.
Okay, excellent. So that puts it after Scorn or before Scorn? Scorn, what was yours?
11.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Frixios. Excellent. So Zeb, at the beginning of initiative, all of this just immediately goes down. What are you doing?
Based on what I see in the map here, is that where am I coming from? Where, like, the door in the back there, or is the bottom? Of the
you guys are
screen
coming from this way.
Okay,
the
cool.
bottom of the screen.
All right, cool. So that guy that's right in front of me, I would very much like to introduce him to my sword.
Excellent. Excellent. Go ahead and introduce him to your sword then.
Perfect. Question: They are they? What are they wearing? Like, do they have like the symbol of the Arborean Wraiths on them?
So you would know that there are actually several different markings depending on rank, but yes, some of that iconography is definitely present.
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure that when I'm, striking these guys, that it's for a reason, because paladin.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. As you run up to them, Zeb, this guy grimaces in disgust, and he looks like he's going to relish any strike he can land on you.
Oh, that's okay. We're going to teach him a lesson.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee he's not going to land anything on you, but
if he rolls a natural 20.
He thinks he is.
Anyway, all right. Does a 23 hit?
A 23 hits.
All right, I'm not even going to worry about a smite on this guy, but I got this. Then I have, it's an extra D4 because of the radiant or the divine favor. Ooh.
Oh my.
It's So 11 points of damage as I come right up to him, and that I see that look on his face, and I just try to cut it off him.
Dang.
Okay. All right. You said how many points of damage?
11 points of damage.
Okay. Excellent. So 11 on that one. All right.
And then he's still standing?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He
Cool.
was not in either of those AoE.
All right, perfect. I will make my second attack on him. I will use a point of luck. Reroll that one. That's a little better. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit.
All right, fantastic. In that case, that's all I do.
Okay, Inaka, what are you doing as Zeb is slashing into this wraith?
Eeny, meeny, miny, fuck you. And she goes for the other one.
Get him!
All right, let's see here. Where? No, get off my screen, please. Thank you. Okay, and this is just an unarmed strike. It's not. She's not getting her hand axe or her staff or anything, so it's just sucker punch.
Okay, all right.
18 plus 7 is 25.
That'll do it.
Awesome. So that's 6. 5 plus 3 is 8 damage. And let's go for round 2, because I get 2 attacks per action now. Does a 23 still hit?
A 23 hits, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another 8 points of damage, so 16 points of damage.
Okay, 16 total, you said?
I mean,
Excellent. Oh,
like between both attacks, 16 damage total.
okay, excellent. Gotcha. Okay, all right. The strikes land true, and I mean it's definitely those like jaw-breaking type of strikes that he's hurt. That brings us to their turn, and I rolled all monsters together, or monsters, all of the adversaries together. Zeb, guy is in melee with you. He's not trying to get out of melee with you. That doesn't hit.
What is it?
It just doesn't hit. Well, it was a natural 8, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then the other one here will go to Inaka. And I mean, he's already again in melee, getting punched by Inaka. Both of them kind of dazed as a dragon has just flown in. Their buddies are crumpling on the ground, and they are getting struck by random enemies that have made their way into this sanctum. They're distracted. They cannot land a strike. All miss. Let's try this. Let's try these guys. That is. Actually, that one will be at advantage. Doesn't matter. Plus. Scorn, I don't suppose a 12 hits you, does it?
Nope.
Excellent. So that is a miss. And Daisy, I don't suppose actually, a 15 might hit you. Possibly. Fingers crossed.
You're muted, Daisy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, totally forgot. A 15 does in fact hit Daisy.
Okay. All right. So 2 crossbows, hand crossbows, are leveled and fire off across the room, past the dragon. And what is the damage on that? 7d6. go ahead and roll me some d6. So 23 piercing damage to you, Daisy, as this hand crossbow bolt lands firmly in your chest. And then I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw.
Actually, I messed that up. That would be the poison damage if you fail to save. Let's see. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that was a solid nat 1 plus 3.
Damage.
Oh, no.
The damage I described to you, that is poison damage. The piercing damage is 11 piercing damage.
So wait, 11 piercing damage plus the 22 poison damage.
Correct.
Awesome. Daisy is out.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh wait, I forgot to write the hit points. Daisy's not quite out. Thank you, and Yanwu. Daisy is not quite out.
Let's go.
All right. Having taken their turn, Scorn, it comes to you as a hand crossbow bolt just flies past your head.
Whoa! Is the cloud of daggers still up?
That's a Daisy question.
Daisy.
The cloud of daggers lasts. How long does that last? Duration up to a minute, so yes, it is still up.
How many
Is
enemies...
it concentration by any chance?
It is. I just took damage, so no, it is not up anymore.
Did you roll concentration?
Well, yeah, you could roll your con save.
Okay, cool.
What does she have to roll?
What would that be? Yeah.
Half the
Sure.
damage?
That would be
Like-
half the damage taken.
Gonna be a lot.
So half of 33 is 16.
We rounded up.
I forget. Is that my spell? Is it my spell modifier?
Constitution.
Constitution. Cool.
Yep.
Nope. That's a 6.
Okay, Cloud of Daggers is down.
Damn.
Good for Scorn.
Shucks.
No,
Okay.
not good for Scorn.
If there's... Is there any that are kind of clustered together? I can't tell, like, who's where.
No, they are basically... well, actually... you guys were coming in from the bottom of it, so I would assume none of you guys were quite up there yet. And I don't believe the dragon made its way out, so let me go ahead and pull that out as well. All right, I'm going to pull you guys down just a bit. Okay, excellent. That is the stage as set.
Okay, and how
these
close...
were back there at the far end, or the hand crossbowmen.
Okay, how close would you say those two crossbowmen are together?
Probably about 20 feet apart.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'll just what would be good? What would be good? I am just well, screw it. I'm just going to throw 2 bombs at the one on that shot at me. So throw 2. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit. Yep.
Okay, and that one's more. So both bombs and damage 10s. 17 damage for the first bomb.
Woo.
And 15 damage for the second bomb on the one that shot at me.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Damage noted. They're still up. Those hurt. They stagger and then steady themselves, readying themselves for another shot.
I'm just gonna try to maneuver my body behind the dragon a little bit better.
Excellent. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Excellent. Frixios.
So the black dragon is going to take some multi-attacks on people. I would actually. Oh yes, yeah, we'll do a multi-attack. So that starts off with Frightful Presence. He's gonna try, and I guess, are we kind of surrounded by guys? We have like the 2 crossbow guys in the back, and maybe some other guys by Anaka or something. I guess.
Yeah, there's one by Anaka, one by Zeb, and I'll ping those. Anaka, Zeb, come on, there we go. And then these 2 crossbowmen back here at the far end.
So, I guess it doesn't matter too much because anyone that the dragon chooses within 120 feet of him must succeed on this DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, excellent.
Or be frightened for 1 minute.
Who are we targeting?
All of our freaking enemies. Those 2 boys.
Is it each creature or a creature?
Each creature of the dragon's choice within the 120. Yeah,
so, first one was a 16. The second one was also a 16. Dang. The third one, what is their modifier? The third one was an 11. And the fourth one was a 3. Okay, so both of the assassins passed the hand crossbowman, slip of the tongue. Hand crossbowman passed. The others failed. So they were frightened.
Sweet, frightened for 1 minute. They can repeat the save.
They get to repeat the save.
End of turn. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Sweet. Then 3 attacks.
That's insane.
Yeah, for real. Let's move up to the crossbowmen. Screw those.
Okay. Excellent. You should be able to take control of that and move it forward.
I'm not able to. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
No problem. I will just move it forward. Which one are you going to? The left or right? Or do you just want to be in between them? You'd basically take.
Can we be in between?
Excellent. You're basically taking up that space, that gap, the 20 feet or so between them.
Dope. Okay. I'm gonna do 1 bite attack on the left. Let's roll that real quick. Who gave me control of this dragon? That's a nat 1, bro. That's a nat 1. Hey, folks at home, that's a nat 1 for you. That's a nat 1, baby.
Oof.
That's a nasty 1. That's a natural home birth 1 right there. Anyways.
That's a home birth.
That's a home birth 1. All natural, baby. All natural. No medicine, no nothing, bro.
You got one of those water pools set up in the living room?
Yup, right.
No painkillers, none whatsoever.
Pool, inflatable kiddie pool right in the living room. That's how natural.
Y'all are ridiculous. I'm so sorry.
Sorry if that was a little crazy for everybody, but anyways. Let's try just 2 claw attacks then on the one on the right. Ooh.
Okay, yep.
One of them definitely fails. Well, maybe. Let's see. Claw. Ooh, that's a 13.
13 misses.
Dang. Well, the other one is a 29. So
okay. The first claw strike just misses as the crossbowman ducks out of the way. As he does, the other claw is there to swipe at him, dealing how much damage?
Oh my gosh, 2d8 plus 6. I can roll that right here if you want. I mean, can I roll it in here?
You should be able to.
Is there anything happening? I'm clicking.
Just click where it says tail.
Oh, boom! I did 2 tail.
Like, if you just if you just click the word tail,
Yeah.
where it already displayed it.
I clicked it, and in chat, I think it rolled the attacks.
Oh, I meant like in the chat. If you click where it rolled, there, if you hover over tail, you can actually click it. There you go.
Whoa! I'm learning so many great things, guys.
Yeah. All right. So 9 bludgeoning. It was your first roll.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Excellent.
I accidentally clicked it twice. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. So 9 bludgeoning to the. Excellent. That's gonna. Whew. Okay. All right.
Boy. I think that's about. Yeah, I think that's about it for the dragon. He does have some legendary actions, so this next round, I'm going all in.
Yes, dude. Who let you have a dragon?
It starts with YOU, buddy.
Next time I give anybody a dragon, somebody in the chat stop me.
No, you did a whole thing about how having your players help you is a good thing.
You said it.
Yes,
You said
absolutely,
it.
absolutely. It's a good thing. All right. So, Zeb, it is back to you. I saw in our private chat you have something this turn.
I do. I am going to look at the one in front of me who has given me this look of disgust and who missed me. First question, how far apart would you say this one and the one in front of Anaka are?
Again, probably about 20 feet. You're not quite all the way.
So within 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. At second level, I am going to cast Command, choosing both of them. And I'm just going to look at him, and I know he looked at me with disgust, and yet I'm going to look at him and just say, grovel.
Oh.
I just lower my sword,
Vicious.
and I just say, grovel.
The one fighting with Inaka is too caught up in what they are doing. They don't even hear the command. However, the one in front of you grits his teeth. Fighting against it. Takes one knee, the other, and bows before you, groveling.
All right.
Oh, that feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
For a bonus action, oh no, I don't have anything else that would be like first level or lower. So is that how they would like play the bonus action, like spells, if I were to do it? Right, like how would you?
Since you cast a leveled spell, you would have to cast a cantrip for your bonus action.
Gotcha. All right, then never mind. Then I will just take. I'll just take my sword and gently put it on the back of his neck. That's it.
Excellent. Okay, Inaka.
Real quick.
Yep.
Did Anyanwi get a turn?
You know, I don't think Anyanwu did. Go ahead and take your turn now.
Well, he was super hyped up on some heroism. So he was in the corner.
Yep.
Sweet. Anwu is going to go again with that Omni tool, crafting away, and he crafts like a little like bear totem cowl. for his good buddy Daisy. And I'm going to cast Enhance Ability Bear's Endurance on Daisy. Yeah. Daisy, you get advantage on Constitution checks. And you also get 2d6 temporary hit points.
Yay! Do I roll those or do you?
I can roll.
Yay!
Not bad. That's 6.
Nice. We love temporary hit points. Literally saved my life.
Literally saved my life.
Literally. Oh wait, those Parks and Rec thing. I don't know if any of you do the Parks and
Hey,
Rec.
Parks and Rec fans! Shout out to all the Parks and Rec fans who we got. I love Parks and Rec, man. Bye bye, little Sebastian. Gone too soon.
No.
Yeah, that's. Let's see. What else does Omni got in his little tool bag? I think he's so hype right now. He's going to do his daunting roar, which he rarely.
Yes.
So he's gonna let out a little roar. And let's see. Get this out of my face. Let's see. As this bonus action here, I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna run up to the assassin who's probably closest, so to the right, and I'm just gonna roar in his face. Just give him a little rah! Just the weakest lion roar, the weakest, craziest lion roar. He's got to succeed on a DC. What is it? DC 13 Wisdom saving throw, or be frightened of me for a minute.
Okay. All right. Here we go. That's an 11. That is an 11.
Yes,
All right.
worked.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
All right.
He's a little frightened. I think that's all Onwu's gonna do.
All right. Then Daisy, you're next.
Alrighty, cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna move over a little bit and get a little bit more behind that dragon. Literally, just use him as my cover here. And
Yeah. I would.
at a now total of 12 hit points, gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself there at 3rd level.
You sure can. You sure can.
Not bad. I got 18 more now.
Dang.
Excellent.
And I don't think... No, cantrips cannot be cast as a bonus action. And I used some movement already. I think that is as far as Miss Daisy can do. Hey, Bardic Inspiration. And Bardic Inspiration can be used as a bonus action. I am going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Anaka there, because it seems like Zeb's got it pretty well handled.
To say the least.
Yeah.
I got him on
Yeah.
his knees.
So we're going to use a Bardic Inspiration for Anaka. And I never remember, I don't think I'm supposed to roll that for you.
No. Nope.
Cool. So congratulations. Bardically inspired.
Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. Then now it comes back to Inaka.
Cool. And to answer your earlier question from our private chat, Josh, Inaka's using her fists specifically for that reason.
Excellent.
So first pop 7, 8, 9, 10. That is a dirty 20. 6. Max damage plus 3. Second attack. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit. 1 second.
Close up.
Wait, the one that you're fighting?
Yeah.
Well, obviously the one you're fighting. No, a 15 does not quite hit the one you're fighting.
Damn. So she comes around with a right hook. Pow! Comes to go up with the left. And
hold on, I might do a little flash of genius here. I send a little magic your way, Anaka, and you get a +4 on that attack.
What?
That makes that a 19.
Yes, let's go. A 19 does hit for sure.
Awesome. Max damage again. I love these die. And for shits and giggles, I'm going to do bonus action flurry of blows, so 2 more pop up.
Okay.
19 again. And the last hit misses because it's a 15 again. So this. So it's 6, 9, 18, 20, 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right. As you do that, there's a knocked out thing because they go down.
Is it dropped to 0 hit points again? Do I get to describe the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! So the second attack before she misses lands, and again these black lines coalesce up her arm, seem to disappear into her tattoos before they pulse for a moment and then fade, get back against her skin. And I'm getting another 11 hit points, even though I'm already at max.
Okay. Anything else for your turn, Kelsey?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Then that will bring us to
Hey,
all of their
Josh.
turns.
Hey, Josh.
Oh man, are
Hey,
we going to
Josh.
use the legendary action?
I think it's legendary action time.
Chat, if I failed to mention this, next time I try and give somebody a dragon, stop me.
Hey, we are literally here looking for legends. So what can we say?
Absolutely.
No, it's all right.
Absolutely. And you are legends. So go ahead. What legendary action are you
Huzzah.
taking?
Yes, we're going to do a wing attack on some of those crossbow boys.
Okay.
Crossbow boys. Each creature within 10 feet of the dragon. Is that both of them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect. They must succeed on a DC 19 dexterity saving throw, or take three. Sorry. Let me start. They have to succeed on the saving throw, or take 2d6 plus 6 bludgeoning damage, and be knocked prone.
Oof. That is what kind of save again?
Dexterity.
Okay. So it is a 15 and a 21.
Okay, the 21 saves, and I believe they don't take any damage. But the fail is going to be knocked prone and take 10 damage.
Okay. One. Well, I will ask. Well, realistically, the dragon's not going for non-lethal. That's just not what he's in it for. He's so how does it look when he goes?
You see Friskios flap his huge acidic dark wings, and this huge torrent of wind kicks up and is just beating this guy into the ground. He almost like whisks him up with a little bit of air, and then again just slams him back down onto the ground.
Bro, that's so tight.
He's done. He's done that.
It's awesome.
Not happening.
As his skull and bones just kind of begin to break, shattered by the bludgeoning damage they have taken.
With that, he also the dragon can fly up to half of its flying speed. So I'll just say that the force kind of picks him up and he goes like 40 feet into the air, or as high as the ceiling. distance allows.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd say it's probably about a 30-foot ceiling. It's a very high ceiling.
Flies up.
Which does free this guy up for, well, first of all, he's going to, no, he's not. He's going to bolt. He's gone.
Gone? Baby.
Actually, I'll bring him over here and put him on the GM lair so he's out of our way. Okay. Then this one is going to try and, I guess, no, his action is used. His action is used groveling. Wow.
Sure is.
Wow. And the other one is
Dead.
he's down. So we effectively have exited combat. We actually not quite.
Because I have
dragon-
the point, like the tip of my sword,
Yes.
like so I'm still standing, and it's just at the base of his neck.
You Elton John.
Yeah.
The dragon is going to fly down, and you see his claws outstretched, ready to tear this final person apart.
I would like to just raise my hand to stop calmly, not like a fierce like,
Sure.
don't do it, but just like a
Sure. As you do that, give me a persuasion check, but don't tell me the result until we come back from a break.
all right, we'll do.
That said, we are going to be going on a break. We'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. And I'm going to stop that screen. Excellent. That actually went off pretty well. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but I thought it went very well. So I'm going to pull everybody back out. We'll see you guys in 10. And welcome back, guys. Thank you guys who stayed in the thank you all for sticking around as we've been on this break. And now let's jump right back into it. Let me switch up this music.
You asked me to roll a persuasion.
Yes.
I got it.
Dragon is descending. What was the roll?
25.
25. The dragon begins to flap his wings, lowering himself slower and slower toward the ground. Back feet down, front feet thump onto the stone floor. And he looks to you.
You can have your pound of flesh, but I did say that we needed answers. So first things first. I'm the realist.
You suck. You suck for that.
Every time I hear it, it's always there. Scorn. Daisy.
What's up, Valley?
You guys are Scorn. I've seen your ways. We need to get some answers for the things that we've been trying to seek the answers for. I have this individual, and I sort of bend down a little bit and I whisper in his ear, under my control. But I'm not good with questions or figuring out information. So, would you kindly?
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. Hang on. Hold still. Scorn's gonna walk up to him and is like, "Hey, let me take a look at this guy. What do we got? A humanoid? All right. It's like the artery right here, and boom. Scorn is going to stab him in the neck with a syringe of truth serum.
Wow.
Yeah, he has to
Wow.
make a Constitution saving throw. Or
Wow.
he falls underneath
Well
the
done.
spell.
Well freaking played. What was the DC?
17.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna pass. Let's see.
Way better than anything I have. See?
Truth serum.
Bless you.
You
Thank
rolled a
you.
15. Rolled a 15.
Oh, damn.
All right, do a quick dry run. Where are we right now?
We are someplace you shouldn't be.
Mind your manners. I make you tell the truth, but he can make you stop breathing.
Yeah, and I'll do something too.
Damn
I
heroism.
love it so much.
I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something too.
Put him up. Put him up.
Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
And he moves his head around the sword. We are in an old temple. Can't you see?
Oh, I can see just fine. Now,
What? I thought we were on the beach.
what can you tell us about purple worm poison?
Comes from purple worms.
No shit, no lie. Now, how about this? What have you been using it for?
What do you think?
No avoiding the question.
We've used it to poison a target.
Ooh, and who's this target gonna be?
And before he answers, I am going to activate the pink potion that I got from my friend.
Excellent.
And I want to see his surface thoughts. The potion I used gives me, what was it? Mind reading.
Yep. You can cast detect. Basically, you have detect thoughts for a minute.
Wow.
Sure.
Woo!
Surface thoughts are. His surface thoughts are. I shouldn't be held at sword point by human scum. And then further, as you ask that question, another human that deserved death is what is in his thoughts.
Trust me, I don't like humans that much either. Certain ones anyway, but they're not all bad.
Well, it's like we say, all monsters are men.
I know, because I am one. I'm a real monster. Now, why are you targeting these humies with this nasty little poison?
And I'm going to pull out the vial of what was left over from the bottle of wine.
I'm sorry, I missed the question. I got the wine.
Why are you using it on these humans?
Okay. We got paid to,
Ooh, now.
but I'd have done it without the gold.
I still like to get paid. Who paid you? Or who paid your association?
Someone you will never know.
Dive into his mind deeper.
Let's go.
I would very much.
I
like
believe
to know.
that there is a save that is.
You have to
associated
do
with
a
that.
save.
Yes.
Wisdom? I gotta check.
Doesn't matter. It's a natural 3.
Ooh.
You peering into his mind see a cloaked figure. You hear an elven accent. It's a woman. A black cloak with purple hem. He's never seen her face.
Does it look familiar to me?
Give me a perception check to see how well you can make out what he is seeing.
Natural 18. You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
0. 18.
Okay. The form, as well as the accent, is obviously elven. The make of the cloak, everything in this persona that you see is specifically chosen to be overtly elvish.
Okay.
Ah, an elf woman. Interesting.
You shouldn't know that.
You shouldn't know a lot of things, but you do.
I'm gonna find out a lot more information, and we're gonna keep you alive long enough to keep asking.
And
won't be comfortable, though.
what is your... Well, actually, you guys are all looking at him. I need everyone to roll me a perception check.
Can I roll high again?
Ooh, nope.
$15.
Okay.
4.
22.
All right.
11.
Everything over that 15 mark. So that was, I believe, Anwu, Daisy, Zeb, and Scorn. Did you? No, you were low. You were low. 4. That's right. I thought you. Okay, yeah. So Anwu, Daisy, and Zeb. You all 3 see this elven man reaching into his pocket and just ever so slightly trying to pull something out.
Just since I know he moved
on something very small.
I know he sort of maneuvered around the blade, but very much so the blade is still there. I would like to... If he maneuvered around it to where he's up, I would like to slide it under his neck and grab the top of his head.
Would I see his surface thoughts of what he's trying to do right now? I'm still in his head.
You would see...
Like, I didn't see him physically move, but is he, like, pinging something?
You would see... in addition to the figure, in this moment, you would see a bottle of Sarian Red. You would see crates with a particular flower on the side of them. You would see a book, a ledger of some sort, and you would see a small pill. Poison.
Pill?
And just because I saw the movement and I went down with the sword, put it at his neck, and again, I'm it's weird to think of it, but he's in front of me still. I'm grabbing his head, sword at his throat, and I just whisper in his ear, it's like, you don't want to die by a human. Do yourself a favor. Stop moving.
Daisy would like to kind of just
go ahead.
skip over to him, and I'll take those. These are mine now.
Out of his hand? Okay. You find one pill. That is all. In his
That's
hand.
all. Okay, I'm gonna pocket that, hand that to Scorn when he's done with his little thing here.
Anyone else got any questions? He'll answer them for you.
Is it that you don't like humans? Because we just don't live as long.
You know your history. You know what you've done.
I mean, I feel like every race has done some questionable things.
I'm gonna look at.
I didn't say that anyone else here was off the radar, off the scope of our blade.
I'm gonna look to Frixios, and then I look back down and I go, "You don't know the half of it," and I slit his throat.
Inaka this whole time has been busy because the dude that she knocked out is just that, knocked out. So she's been getting his arms tied up with the hemp rope, and she sees that, she goes, "And here I thought you were all talk. Well, I have another one if we need more answers."
Well, I guess the truth's out.
Wow.
So,
Okay. As you kind of show off your victim, they begin to stir. Not quite waking yet, but they're in that stage.
Can I pick his pockets too?
I would say go. Anybody who wants to go to any of the bodies, any of the well, the ones there in the center, there's probably not much good as they are basically burned in acid. But
Or
you do have,
Dragonfoot?
yeah, you basically have 3 bodies that you can more or less loot. If anybody wants to give me perception or investigation check to see what you can find.
I think Onwu's gonna go to the rousing guy and start like pushing him around. I got time for more questions. Push him around.
All right, and as you do,
I rolled a
Go
15 to go through that guy's pockets.
okay, all right. Through which guy's pockets? Or were you just kind of going in general to?
No, the one that Inaka is holding.
Okay. You realistically don't find too much in his pockets. A couple of gold and some silver. About 7 silver and 2 gold. He wasn't here for. Well, he was not holding much of their cash. Sorry. Go ahead, Kelsey.
I was just going to say that since we're going to go ahead with questioning him, she'll kind of position. She's got him picked up by the scruff, so she'll position him where he's sitting on his knees and just sort of like slap, 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 slap. Hey, time to get up. Wakey, wakey.
Was that poison pill in a container or was just loose in his pocket?
It would have been in a small, like a very small box, just a little bit of wood, with a cushion on the inside.
Hey, Daisy.
Box.
Daisy, can I see that real quick from him? Can I see it? All right.
All
I'm
yours.
gonna take the pill out and pocket it, and I'm just gonna put like a gummy owl bear inside there and put it back in this box. So he thinks he has like something in his pocket to escape.
Excellent. Okay. All right.
Gummy owl bear,
He begins to stir as Onwu shakes him, and Inaka begins to smack him in the face. They begin to stir. What?
Hang on a minute. What does this person look like?
This person is, all of the Wraiths are elven. So if that answers that question. Yep.
It does.
Okay, excellent. All of the Wraiths are elven.
I start
This-
cleaning
this-
my sword off, and I actually start performing like a last rites of the body of the person that I just dispatched.
Okay, all right.
I would also like to take a liar's lozenge and make myself look like the cloaked elven figure in front of him
Okay.
that I saw in the other one's mind.
Okay, I will say that you can do that as they wake.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how much time we got, but
What? They begin to struggle against their bonds. What?
No,
And they look
no,
around,
no.
and utter terror fills their eyes.
I know that I said goodnight before, but it's time to wake up now.
Calm down, answer a question, and maybe you'll live. It will be fine.
They sneer. What question?
Inaka looks at the group.
How old are you?
I'm not entirely certain that has any bearing.
Answer the question.
Uh, 73.
73.
You're
a rather young
old.
elf. No. Wait, Daisy, he's an elf. That's like a baby.
Aw, guys, we're holding kids captive.
No, okay, not like that baby, but like young. Like they live to like 400.
I feel different about this now.
You see, just barely beginning to move toward their pockets, their bound hands.
Is this not the one I picked his pockets, right?
this is the one
Yeah.
that we swapped out the box.
This has got the gummy owlbear in it. Very,
Look,
very
buddy,
slowly.
Before you go and poison yourself here, because I already know what's in your pocket. We took out all of your buddies and checked them over. We just have a couple of questions for you. Who are you? Why are you here? Why do you hate humans so much? Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
And for my brain, you are at the moment pink, correct?
I am bright pink.
Excellent. They say, I don't owe you any answers.
I mean,
And they immediately just try and like shove the thing into their mouth and bite down on it.
I help him. I'm like, chew it.
Yeah, Inaka's just laughing.
So
Does it taste good?
anyway, that was a vitamin. I hope you feel better. Anyway, you actually do owe us those answers. We have all the weapons. So
The young one really needs to explain his failure.
What do you want to know?
I want to know what you are planning to do next. All of you and your little ghosty friends, your little wraiths, your little Arborian wraiths. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Our mission has always been the same.
And
that doesn't explain anything.
what is that?
To do away with those like you.
Like who? Wait, like point. Like we're all like crazy different. Like point. I'm different.
Is
I'm
the
different.
point.
What?
That is the point.
Genocide?
Everyone?
They kind of scoff and look away.
Inaka gets a fistful of hair and jerks his head back. You are going to answer us. I do not particularly care if you like it or not.
You
Is it like
haven't asked a question I haven't answered.
they're just not answers that we particularly like, as they aren't very forthcoming? Who do you serve?
And go to the
Like,
hells.
Too bad, buddy. We're already here. You're already under our control. Who is it that you're working for? Like, who are you serving? What purpose is this serving?
They give you a very strange look because, and Zeb, with your check earlier, you would know that the Wraiths don't particularly work for anyone. And so they just kind of give you this look, like, what am I even supposed to say to that?
Okay. You have a problem with my pink friend here. You want to kill her, is that correct?
Not as badly as I would like to kill that one. And looks to Cade. Or Sebastian. Looks to Zeb.
Okay. So you completely dodged the question. Do you want to kill this pink person in front of you?
Truly? That one is meaningless to me.
Oh, that hurts.
A bug squashed underfoot.
Daisy is not a bug. Daisy is very powerful. Daisy will mess you up.
Aw,
Daisy
thank
is not
you.
to be messed with.
Daisy would have gotten nowhere without that. And she looks at, or they look at the dragon.
Okay, this is where Anaka loses it. And she, finishes pulling him up by his hair, wraps one arm around his neck, and says, "Listen, I, again, do not care whether you like it or not. You are going to tell us what we want to know. You are going to knock it off with your racist bullshit. Or I am going to sell you to serve the humans you so distaste."
Damn.
Several seconds go by until finally you feel a tap.
She just lets him go enough to where he can breathe, but she's still got him.
Look, I know you're right.
And then immediately
Like-
back into the hold.
Pretty much none of us would have gotten where we are right now without the help of everybody else. Most specifically me. But the dragon asked us to come and help him. So clearly he needed us too. Do you not want to kill the dragon? Like, that guy's cool with you?
Dragons have their uses. Do you not know your history?
I'm vaguely familiar. There's a lot of stories behind it. I'm pretty sure you don't know your whole history.
They sneer. More than... I know history longer than your entire lineage.
That's crazy, because we go pretty far back. In fact, if I wanted to, you wouldn't even know that I am not of your own lineage. How do you know how far back we go?
I know that we were the first created, not you.
So then anybody who wasn't here first doesn't deserve to be here at all.
I'm pretty sure the first draft is the worst draft.
Generally, yeah, like the burnt pancake thing. I mean, we were all created because you guys weren't enough.
Did the gods, random question, did the gods all sort of go, or what is the history behind that?
How do you mean exactly?
Like with the firmament and everything? Like, have the gods been absent, or like what?
Yeah. So, I mean, aside from some, you would have heard rumors that there, all of you guys at certain points would have heard rumors that there were gods that still walked the plane, but almost entirely they've been cut off. They were cut off when the shattering happened and the firmament kind of fell.
Okay. Would I know if the one that well, I guess because of the Sarian Red, and you mentioned it going back to that one area being like having a piece of that, the firmament of that god, would the elven god or goddess that they worship have left, or do we not know that?
So I will say this, based on who you are, you know that the elves, especially those from like the closer they get to the heart of Siluria and the home of the elves, they revere a certain tree, Imranath, as a place where they all want to go back to, where they would return all elves to eventually. This was the gift of your goddess, Imara.
Okay.
Does that answer the question? Or?
It does. It
Okay.
does. It does.
Okay. Excellent. They say, after this line of questioning, do you desire any actual answers from me, or will you kill me now?
I didn't say I would kill you, friend. I said I would sell you. And she knocks him unconscious.
Yeah, I think we should keep this one alive.
Okay. All right, as they go unconscious, what else are you all doing?
I would like to look to Frixios after during that whole time. I would have just taken some rubble as whatever I could find to sort of like cover the body of the person that I just, like I said, dispatched, and said a little prayer and everything. But I would look to Frixios and I would say, that one we're not going to touch. There's been enough bloodshed today based on ignorance. Is that all right by you?
I believe I have somewhere else to find blood.
And he shifts out of his dragon form back into his humanoid form and begins to run off toward where the other had sort of vanished.
Are we gonna go after him?
As he kind of calls, by the way, sorry, as he's leaving, he calls back over his shoulder.
Thank you for your help. Should you find yourself again in my domain, call on me. Maybe we'll have that duel.
And he keeps running.
A little more pep in Sebastian's step after hearing the duel thing. He's like, all right.
Daisy just pats Zeb's shoulder and she's like, by the way, I don't think you're scum.
I appreciate that, Daisy. It means a lot. I appreciate that.
A little too nice sometimes, but no, not scum.
I know. I got a little carried away there. So that's. I took that personally.
Okay, so we know who tried to kill the Chancellor. We know why. Frankly, just gross people. Does this mean we're gonna head on over to our original objective now? Back to being smugglers?
Scorn, what did you turned into this? You had to have
Yes.
gained some knowledge in order to choose that. May I ask what you ascertained?
When I peered into the mind of the first one, I saw that they did dealings with this elf woman dressed pretty much like this. I can't get a face, so it's kind of blurry right now. So maybe with this, we didn't get a name, but maybe with this, and we show the Chancellor, maybe they got a name. So
I mean,
we got an image. It's not a complete one, but maybe it's enough.
They
Because
were
it wasn't just the Wraiths. The Wraiths were hired.
That's true. Which is interesting considering, well, from what I know, they don't work with anybody else. So I don't know what's trying to make what happen, but there's too much going on, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But they are influential people, so perhaps showing them will actually lead us down a more favorable outcome with answers. What are we going to do with this little one?
I stand by what I said, and she throws him over to her shoulder. I'm going to find someone, and I'm going to sell him.
That
Well, I mean, does it matter what, like... Now, I'm not going to... You know what?
I just want to.
By all means.
How does that make us any better than him?
What do you mean?
I mean, if he had the chance, he would definitely sell us into slavery.
I don't want to take over the reins as DM here, but I almost want to ask you to roll a persuasion check because I can't think whether or not that would actually sway Inaka.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
That's a nat 1, so it's a 7, but not 1.
All right, Daisy, listen. I can see you don't particularly have a nice taste for this in your mouth, so how about this instead? I'll find someone going up to my old monastery and send him to someone for re-education. How does that sound?
Yeah, I can sit with that.
I will try my best, and if not, I still sell him.
Hey, speaking of weird
Fair
taste in your
enough.
mouth, here's a gummy owlbear. That guy seemed to enjoy that one, so
Aw,
handful.
thank you.
that one right there, that's lemon. That's my favorite.
The lemon ones definitely are the best.
Since we're in this hideout,
Mhm.
do we want? I know we checked a couple of bodies, but do we want to check out the hideout, see if we can find some crates and some chests, and just take their stuff?
Sure. Go ahead and, again. Give me a
Loot that
perception
body.
or investigation check. LOL. Oh man.
Investigation for me is a 21.
Excellent.
I think that the heroism has worn off of Onwu,
It's an hour.
and I do not. I think Onwu is standing by himself,
Okay.
and I think he's slightly shaky.
Okay.
You good back there, Ani? You okay?
Hmm.
You coming down off your high? You doing all right?
Yeah. I'm all right.
All right. Hey, let me know. I got you.
I'm gonna go up to Anyanwu, and I just walking towards you. I'll just put a hand on your shoulder. I won't look at you, and I'll say, "This life ain't easy, but it's worth it. Why don't you and I go catch some fresh air? Try to see how we can get ourselves back out that hole. Let these others loot this place."
I'll save any good junk for you.
I'll let you know if I find any trash, okay, buddy?
I think I'd like to look around too.
All right.
I'll just look around.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna go out and up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna aimlessly walk around.
Excellent. Okay. All right. And then anybody else who was making those checks? I know Scorn had a very, very decent roll. Anyone else?
What were the checks one more time?
Just perception or investigation to see if you found anything.
Uh, 24 perception.
Okay. All right. So, Scorn and Inaka, I would say, Inaka, you come across a book. It looks familiar to you, and based on just Inaka's memory, she's not quite sure where she's seen it before, but it looks familiar to you. And Scorn, I will say, you would find on this on the final poisoner over on at the far end of that map, you would find a small journal that the details are scarce, as if it were to be found, they were very careful, not to mention things like names. But you would notice, skimming through, that the Chancellor is what it's called. Just the Chancellor is an intended target for a hit. You would know that the only name for the person who hired this group is the lady in purple. And finally, you would see well, I'll get back to that. We'll decide if you actually if you're able to draw that from it. Inaka, the book that you begin to open seems to be some form of ledger or manifest.
I have a list of things. Not sure what the hell it is. She's just looking through the book.
Can I go check that out?
Yeah, and you would know, based on looking at it, as she points it out, you've seen almost, like, if it's not the same book, it's an exact copy of a book you saw earlier in this evening. The trade manifest that was being held by one of the members of the private, what have you, council.
Sorry, cut out for a second. What?
The trade manifest that was being held by, and let me what is the name? What was the name? Thalrex. The trade manifest that Thalrex was holding in the secret meeting. This is, if it's not the same book, it's an exact copy.
Now, how did they get their hands on this? Just gonna put that in a pocket real quick for safekeeping, and we'll worry about that later. Actually, Scorn is still down here. He didn't go up with Zeb. You want to take a look at this?
I mean, I can. I don't. What do you got?
It's a trade manifest. This is the exact one Thalrex had.
It's the exact same?
It looks exactly the same. I don't know if it is the same one.
I wonder if there's any discrepancies. We might have to compare the two to see if, like, some things were altered.
Kind of belatedly to this conversation, Anaka goes, "Oh, that's like the book we saw earlier."
Yeah, that's right, Anaka. Very similar books. Good job. Don't kill me.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some fresh air. This place stinks.
I mean, there's melted bodies, so yeah.
What? Where did those come from?
Yeah, I mean, the dragon.
Okay, all right.
And Scorn, what was your investigation check again?
It was 21.
21. Okay, then I will say you also, as you in the most recent entry, you see a series of sentences that don't quite make any sense, but then you see, but the grain was only a test. She wanted to know if she could get away with it before we moved greater amounts.
I'm gonna share that with the group, except for Zeb because he's not here.
So apparently, we did a trial run for, I'm guessing, some type of smuggling. Because that's all we did. We were transporting goods. I don't know what they're trying to smuggle, but it kind of explains why the grain wasn't really much of anything.
So then this next run is probably going to be another trial.
That or the real deal.
If the first one failed, why would they give us the real deal?
We never opened the crates to confirm, and we made sure the goods survived. So if anything, we did a good job. Now, hopefully next time they're gonna beef us up a little bit transportation-wise, so maybe there's more confidence in us to finish the transportation.
Well then, I guess that means we go and find that out.
Okay.
Problem is, who wants to do the trial?
Us, right?
No.
All of us, we were doing the
Who
trial.
wanted us to do the testing? Because people know about the transportation, but no one has all the answers.
And I just wanted to make a quick buck.
I think as everyone makes their way back up to the surface, I'm gonna pull Scorn behind, kind of like tug on your cloak and like kind of usher you over.
Yes?
I don't know. That was just like crazy stuff in there.
Well, yeah, we got into a fight. We survived.
Yes.
And you, my friend, kicked butt.
Yes, I did. I know. I felt like super good about it.
As you should. That's
I don't know.
what that stuff does. It makes you feel super good.
Yes. I don't know. It's just like I felt important. I don't know. I felt like I did something.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder.
Kid, to others and this group, I barely know you, but you're important. I don't know who said you weren't, but people think you're important. You might be a little timid, but we all have our flaws. You still got the job done. Remember that.
Yes, yeah. I think that most times I think there is a certain person that stands in my way most of the time and kind of stops me from achieving what I ultimately can.
And I hate to say this, but I think that person is you.
And Onwu shakes that off. Yes, and you helped me get past me. So I wanted to thank you, and I think that if I want to continue being important and continue making a change and continue being a hero and continue being brave, I don't know. I think that your help will be appreciated.
And your help will be appreciated too. You can do things that I can't, and I can do things you can't. We're covering each other's bases. Hell, our team is freaking crazy.
Yeah.
You pull it off somehow, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have a quirks. Hey, just keep moving forward.
With your help.
Well, yeah.
Cool.
I'm not going to walk the line for you, but I'll be by your side.
Cool.
Just shut up and go. Come on, guys.
All right, yeah. Whatever. And yeah, we walk.
Okay. And as all of that was going on, Zeb, I believe you were also doing something, correct?
Mm-hmm. So I would have just gotten out of gone up the trapdoor, basically into the fresh air of the early morning, and sort of looked up at the sky, and I have a small golden ceremonial dagger that I pull out, and like I said, Zeb always has his chest revealed, and it is covered in scars, regardless of being absolutely fit. But he goes ahead and he basically takes it and he marks himself with another one, creating another scar, while saying a prayer to Amara, basically begging for forgiveness that he lost control in that moment.
What, and I don't want to put you on the spot, so if you don't know, that's fine.
Sure.
What would Zeb say in this moment to Amara?
I've been through the hells and back, and I have seen the worst of all the lineages through the years. I've done all that I can to not be a part of that number, and I lost control. And I beg forgiveness again, as I have before. And I mark myself this way to show you that you are still mine, and I am still yours.
And you feel a warmth spread over you, though the firmament keeps you apart from your goddess, the woman who you love. Somehow, you think you can still feel her. You're not entirely certain if it is forgiveness or presence in spite of her anger. But you cannot help thinking she somehow is there.
With,
As everyone... Oh, sorry.
with a little fresh blood just sort of dripping down him, he just sort of gives off a smirk.
As everyone reconvenes, where are you going?
Popping back up out of the hole and helping everybody else work their way out. Inako will throw our prisoner back over her shoulder again. And again, she's just not keen on leaving him here or making him our permanent problem. So she looks at Daisy and goes, "You know, you're not entirely wrong. I'll bring him to prison. How's that sound?"
That sounds like a great plan to me. I don't mean to sound like barbaric, but we should probably incapacitate him in some way.
She kind of rustles him a little bit. He's unconscious.
I meant permanently.
Whoa, jeez.
He's a child. We're not going to kill a child, are we?
He's 73. Come on. He's a kid.
Well, he also
Wait,
seems to be a very powerful child with intent to harm literally everybody.
Is it okay for me to sell him or not? I'm confused.
No, ignorance is not a reason to harm others.
It's not harm, it's manual labor.
Well, no, not you. I'm responding to Daisy.
Oh.
Yes, by all means, we should. The prison idea I like best. I don't think.
Well, maybe we should ensure that whatever prison we send him to is actually going to properly hold him, so that he doesn't end up right back out on the street doing the exact same thing.
I don't disagree.
Okay.
So you all take them to a prison?
Do they? I was gonna say, what is the jailhouse situation in this world look like?
Yeah, so in this city in particular, you're looking at the people that are actually kept in the jail / prison are a pretty special type. Your pickpockets, your petty thieves, your even like your assault cons are not necessarily going to get held most of the time. Justice is a little loose in this city in particular, as it's in great political flux. It is a port, lots of trade, lots of people moving in and out. But if you were able to make a case that they truly were a danger to the society, or more specifically the trade in this city, probably get them held.
Cool. Does 5 gold cover that?
5 gold would cover that about, yeah.
Cool.
Now, it is the middle of the night.
Does the justice system just not work if it's the middle
No,
of the night?
there would be some guards.
Justice system.
That's so funny. That's so crazy. What, does the justice system not work at
The
night?
justice system
That's why.
never sleeps.
That's wild.
I'm saying the more or less the front desk wouldn't necessarily be open. There would be guards. People wouldn't necessarily be manning prisoner input.
Could we in this instance quickly talk to a guard, give said guard 5 gold, say, can you just put him in that cell, and then tell the clerk that he did some bad stuff in the morning?
You know, I'm going to say for the purposes of this, of keeping things moving, that works.
Perfect.
I was just
Absolutely
gonna say that I could cast a message, send it to. I keep forgetting her name. The one of the politicians that we were speaking to that got poisoned.
There's so many.
There
Cavaxian,
were a lot.
Raven, Gideon.
Let's see. You've got yeah.
Probably, I think Gideon would be the most likely to be the able to make any difference in it, just let him know, hey, we have a captive from a pretty bad place, and he's a pretty bad person. Would you be able to get him sent somewhere that will hold him?
Yeah, and Gideon is half elf, so the cause of the Wraiths would resonate with great dissonance in his own life, because he would be very looked down on by their hatred toward man. So yeah, I would say that that's a great one to kind of put that earworm into his brain.
With my history check of the Arborean Wraiths, do they have any like natural like enemies other than everyone?
Yeah, no, so they let me get this back out.
Of the
you would see
it's gotta be like maybe humans.
Yeah, primarily it would definitely be humans. But
is there any like gang?
I see what you're saying. Not here, no.
Okay.
Possibly in Siluria, there's definitely a resistance against their work. Because in Siluria, they are often hailed as heroes, and if not heroes, at least their evils are kind of swept under the rug.
Then anything that I do, or like, I'm gonna take the anything that basically shows this individual is with the Arborean Wraiths. I'm gonna cut it off them and take it. And then, like, do I know of any symbols that would hypothetically be a part of a rival thing?
What was that history check again?
It was. Goodness, I didn't roll that one in the thing. Was it a natural 20? Was that my natural 20 that I did the history check?
Well, it is now. So.
Okay.
Solid.
I'm feeling generous, so it is now. Let's say, yes, you would know that there is a primarily human group, really, yeah, I mean, almost exclusively humans, with a couple of exceptions, that is represented by a snake eating another snake.
Ooh.
The details of that group in your mind are a little fuzzy, but you remember the symbol.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Are you all going back to the meeting underground?
I kind of turn to everybody. Would it be so crazy if we went to bed?
What time is it? It's like 3 a.m, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's almost dawn by this point. Like 3, 4.
Haven't slept in over 24 hours. I'm so tired. Do we keep pressing, or like maybe
Sleep sounds good.
Since we've taken care of everything else, and we have a way forward, I
definitely think that we should keep pressing forward. But my brain isn't quite working correctly right now. I think it's because I'm super tired.
Well, then I think it's time we find a place to rest. What was the name of that place again? Where we, where they are anyway. Was that a place to sleep? Also.
Oh, in like Are you talking about? Wait, where
The
they are
tavern where
anyway?
we met. Yeah.
Yeah, where
Yeah. There would be rooms there. The Siren's Call, if I'm not mistaken.
Seems all right.
Perfect. I vote. That's where I'm gonna head.
Head
Y'all
back
mo-
there.
The Siren's Song.
Siren song.
Yeah.
Okay.
I vote we head back that way.
Then in the morning we reconvene, and then we're smugglers again.
Yeah.
You find your way back to the Siren's Song, and as you do, by this point in the night, most of the raucous has settled down. However, there would still be people within the main hall, or the common room, not main hall, the common room, that are chuckling and whispering to one another. Mostly sailors that are sitting up telling stories late into the night. For, we'll say altogether, 5 silver, you all get a singular room, or for 10 silver, you could get separate rooms.
Onwu is going to go for the separate room. And will pay anything to get a room by himself.
Yeah, it would be 2 silver each to get a room of your own.
2 silver it is.
Okay. All right, and go ahead and mark those accordingly, however you wish to do that.
Scoring you want on your own, or we bunking?
We can bunk. I'm fine with that.
All right.
Do you want to bunk with me, Anaka? You can have bunk bed.
I would not recommend taking the bottom bunk, but I have no problem.
That's okay. I like climbing anyway.
High protein diet.
Excellent. Then rest comes to you all, and good thing too, because you all needed that HP back.
I would
Except for Zeb, who hasn't been scathed.
Nope.
Well, I mean, I was
Oh, has it
down
not
because
either?
I was down because of the poison. Thank you.
That's true. Well, rest comes to you all, and as you
I would,
wait,
real quick, I would like to interject.
absolutely.
I think for the first time in a very long time, which is odd for Onwu, he's used to being alone. For the first time in a long time, he's finally alone again. And he, for the first time in a long time, in a couple days at least, he takes off his armor. Up to this point, he has been completely encased in it. He threw up in it. He's been poisoned in it. He got scared, so he peed in it. It's very nasty. It's very nasty. But it is his true outer shell. And I think he takes it off, cleans it, and returns it to its prior glory. And he sits in his room alone while in his true form as a Leonin. He doesn't show people this form. He doesn't like people to know this is his true form. But he cleans his armor and makes sure that is pristine, while him, still gross and stanky, goes to bed and just sleeps the night through, clutching tight to the firmament necklace that he has on his chest. And he sleeps alone, like he always does, like he's comfortable with.
Or is he?
Does anyone else have anything they would like to say concerning their rest?
Inaka flops face forward on the mattress and immediately, like within 3 seconds, starts snoring. Sawing fucking logs.
Daisy kind of sits there and just mentally argues with herself for a good 10 minutes about whether or not she should go check on Ani. Then she just decides he should be okay for one night. He keeps insisting he wants to be alone anyway, so she decides she'll get up a little bit earlier than everyone else to go and check on him.
Okay. All right. And when morning does come and she gets up early, if you guys would like to, we can play that out. If not, we can go past it, but I think that could be meaningful.
I'm down.
For sure.
Okay.
Not to interrupt any of this. I'm just letting you know. As soon as Daisy is up, Inaka's doing sit-ups, and then she's doing push-ups. Then she's doing pull-ups against the wall. She's just, "Hey Daisy, how you doing?"
How long have you been awake?
45 minutes. 5 more sets to go.
Inaka can
That's
only count
dedication,
when doing
right?
workouts.
Yeah. Well, she intended to, like, kind of sneak past everybody, but clearly Anaka doesn't care anyway, and she just kind of goes and very, very softly knocks on Yanu's door.
I awake very quickly, and I scramble to put my armor on.
It's just me. Can I come in?
And
Are you
Anwu-
naked? I've seen you naked. It's fine.
No, you haven't. No. And he's like slowly like putting on his armor. He's got like
Daisy's
like,
gonna open the door and like
just a
poke her
mess,
head in.
and you can come in.
Hi, I just wanted to check on you. You seem a little bit shaken after that last battle. It was kind of gross, right? Like the dragon just that was nasty.
So gross. Yeah, it was.
Stop putting the armor on. You're fine. Nobody's gonna attack you.
He's like stuck in the chest plate. Like,
like pulls it off.
Yeah, and he reluctantly sets it down, and for the first time for our audience, you see the Leonin inside the suit. Anwu Solar Sun, the Leonin, is quite scrawny. He, like, no meat on the bones, very thin, very lanky. He has on, like, underneath a little tank top and, like, maybe some overalls, some work overalls that are tattered and greasy, but there's not much to him. He's just a small kid. And he would literally be killing people if anyone saw him like this. He'd be flipping out. But it's Daisy. He knows Daisy. He's comfortable. So he's all right.
There it is. There's all that heart inside of the armor.
No, don't get weird. Don't get weird. I'm gonna put it on. I'll put it on.
I am literally bubblegum pink. I don't think it gets weirder.
You got me beat again. That's Daisy 732, Anwu 1.
You're still counting? I thought you stopped counting like a month ago.
One day I'll catch up. One day.
It's not a tally. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Super good.
I don't actually believe you, but
I'm no, I'm like so good. Like yesterday was crazy, and we had like so many enemies around us, and we were like, battling them, and there was like a dragon, and there was all kinds of crazy stuff happening, and I was like, blah, and I was like punching them, and I was like, whoa, and I was like beating them up, and then there was the guys that were evil, and we were like interrogating them and like getting in their face, and man, I don't know, it was like so good,
I hope you understand. You don't have to have any armor or crazy potions to be important. It's not the armor that makes you strong. You notice you didn't actually get attacked, and yet you still did all of those amazing things.
Well, yeah, but that was because I was being like a hero. I was like a hero in that moment.
Yeah, but that was all you. The heart inside of the armor. You got this. And you're going to have it just as well today. With or without all of that shiny stuff.
Daisy, do you think that do you think you could make the impact that you want without playing music? Like, do you think that you could truly reach the world without touching a single instrument?
I mean, I'm a pretty good singer, and I know how to tell a pretty good story.
In this case, your vocal cords would prove to be an instrument.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I do prefer my spoons, but...
Without an instrument, do you think you could make a lasting impact on the world?
Maybe not, but like I said, it's not your armor that did anything yesterday. That was all you. Right?
I would have cowered. I was scared before we even went into the cave.
I mean, so was I. I think everybody was scared. And
Right,
I'm not going to make you give up the armor, but you still got this.
Daisy, it wasn't until Scorn showed me that I could be a hero that I took those actions. I don't know if there was any sort of intervention if I would have done those same things. Me, the person under the armor, me, I can't do those things. The armor is my instrument. The armor allows me to do what I need to do to protect you, to protect me. The armor and the bravery and the heroism, that doesn't come from me. That comes from other people, and I'm okay with that. I like that you inspire me to be brave. I like that this group inspired me to be brave. I just know it's not me, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I know that I need other people to be brave.
That's okay. We'll work on it a little bit more, and she kisses his big old fuzzy forehead and helps him put his chest plate on.
Thanks. I get my very shiny, very beautiful, very proud chest plate onto my skinny, scrawny frame.
Okay.
And then it pans over to Scorn and Sebastian in the morning. Sebastian's doing push-ups. He just looks over to Scorn and goes, I could have taken that dragon, right?
Oh yeah. You could have taken that. Scorn's got like the windows of his room open. He's looking outside, drinking coffee. He's butt naked. He's just wearing he's got a leather apron covering everything. He's like, just cleaning everything, just drinking his coffee. So yeah, the dragon, yeah.
No, you would have died. You would
Oh,
have.
no, I would. Yeah, I know. I would have kicked his butt.
Oh yeah, you would have kicked his tail.
Yeah. Maybe can you make something out of dragon? We'll have to get with that.
That acid was looking pretty good. Speaking of looking good, that a new one?
Yes.
You good?
Yes. Yeah. I'm all right.
You keep doing your push-ups. He's gonna pass him like a little tin of salve. He's like, put that on there. We don't got time for you to get an infection.
Yeah, no infection. Just a scar. Just a scar. But thank you. Hang on, let me just.
I ain't gonna make it heal the scar. I know you like to keep those as reminders, but hey, the faster it heals, the more often we can get into a fight.
Fair. I accept that. More glory.
More glory.
Yeah. What's for breakfast?
I don't know, but I gotta finish this coffee, and he like puts a couple drops of poison in his coffee and everything. He's microdosing himself to get like immune.
But, yeah.
Whoa! It's got a kick to it.
Y'all all hear dum, going down the hall as Anaka starts like running laps around the tavern.
My God.
Okay. I will say, as you all make your way down to where the meeting was, you find you find the individuals that you saw now kind of collapsed on the table, just asleep, unable to stay awake through the night. I will say that just upon waking them and comparing these two trade manifests, you notice a discrepancy in the most recent shipment. You see in the one left with Thalrex, you see grain and the number of crates that you had been transporting. Shippers, Hollow Fang, consignee, August Orient, Ariant, Orient, Port Hildoran, signed Lady Aurelia Marwyn. In the one you received from the Wraiths, you read swords 100, platinum 500, shippers Hollow Fang, consignee Justice Thalius, Port Gerthun, signed Lady Aurelia Marwyn. Well, that is curious. I'm not entirely certain what to make of this. He kind of looks to you all and to the rest of the group that was with him.
Does the
Oh, Anwu, you're muted, by the way. Go ahead, Scorn.
Does the I guess nickname the lady in purple mean anything to you guys? Elf woman.
You know what? I don't quite know. Is that something you heard while you were about?
Well, when I did a little poking and prodding this one mook's brain, I got an image of the person that was like making him do the job of the poisoning pot, and it was this lady in purple wearing robes. It was an elf
Daisy
woman.
just turns into her.
Oh,
Yeah, that basically, but I didn't get a clear look at the face, so it's gonna be a little, Slender Man.
yeah. I mean, realistically, that could be about any elf that I've ever seen.
And you said it was the Wraiths that you found down there. They were
Yeah.
the ones poisoning.
That they did the job of this one. So
Huh. All right, and they were working for somebody. That's unusual. Usually they stick it out themselves. They're only out for their
well,
own
they said they
purposes.
were paid, but they also would have done it anyway because of who they attacked. So I think it was like a common goal. That's probably why this group was so keen to work with this purple broad. Bless you.
That's
Bless you.
yeah, that's a lot to take in all at once. And with
She's-
this, what is going on? And she kind of is gesturing toward the trade manifests.
So who's the person that signed off on both?
The Morrowind, the Chancellor.
Yeah, it says the Chancellor, but I mean, surely that's got to be a miss. She couldn't have signed off on both of them. That means she would have been in league with the Wraiths. And
How do you know she?
I don't think I have to remind you that they don't look too kindly on humans.
Yeah, we noticed that.
Are we
Yeah.
entirely positive the Chancellor is in fact human?
I mean, about as certain as I can be.
When was the last time she was surrounded with people who knew her? I mean, know her well, as in know her personally.
Well, I mean, she attended a council meeting a month ago when we were all there, and then she's been seen by other members of the council since then, once or twice, but we try not to meet too often because, treason and whatnot.
Yes.
Wow.
Daisy.
Oh,
How-
okay. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say wild idea, but if somehow, because Daisy has the gift and I have the item to help me look like other people, what's to say that the Chancellor isn't dead or captured and someone is posing as the Chancellor during these meetings, getting on the download on the inside?
Whoa.
I mean, I suppose that's fair, but Vashna, her wife, is also relatively well entrenched within the council, and so I would assume that she would let us know if something were amiss.
Although it doesn't matter. What did you say, Vashna?
Vesna?
Yeah, what is Vesna's lineage, if you don't
Yeah,
mind
can you
me
spell that
asking?
out for me?
Vesna's an elf, like myself.
Understood. Scorn, you clocked that?
Clocked it.
No, guys, come on.
I'm not saying that person is shady, but
We just have to
elves
cover
are
all of our
very-
bases.
elves are very patient. If they're looking for the long game, this knife-eared psycho could have married the Chancellor. Maybe for a more important goal. I'm
Let's
not
go
saying
easy on the knife ears. You remember, I'm also of that lineage.
hey, he's fine.
Well, what we're trying to get to here is clearly that you understand it just like you told us. It's treason. We're already got it on our backs. This is the hardest thing to do, whatever it is you're doing. I've been down the road a time or two when it comes to kingdoms rising and falling. Now, regardless, I think it best we go through all the avenues we have available to us. And if we can maybe put a tail on Vesna, perhaps that might be. I mean, you see or saw what Daisy just presented to you, the garment. If Vesna owns that, and we can identify that Vesna does in fact own said garment, then I mean, again, we're not trying to say, hey, eggs in one basket here, but what else you got? Because I mean, you're the one who said, hey, we're going to help you out, so let us.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like on the flip side, who's to say that since your pink friend has the gift, and since your vertically challenged friend has the item, you said knife here. I
did. It's fine. You're a dick, but it's fine.
All right. All right. Well, since you all have the item and the gift, perhaps a human or someone of any lineage could have posed as an elf. I mean, on the other side of it, you know what I mean?
That's a fair point.
You're not wrong, but do you have any names or any leads for those people?
No, I can't believe that you'd think Vesna had anything to do with that.
It's not a thought. I don't want it to be true if that makes you feel any better. I would just rather know the truth, and if it isn't, then I'll thank my goddess for that.
Very well.
We currently have no proof that this is that situation. We're just trying to look at all the angles to be like, okay, is this what's going on? Because we don't know. This person, in our opinion, is not guilty. We just have questions.
All right. Listen, if you want to put a tail on Vesna, you handle it. Okay? I can give you some leads. I can tell you where to look for people to hire, but I'm not going to do that to the Chancellor's wife, all right?
Naivety has no place in building a new regime.
Listen, I'm not being naive. I just said you could put a tail on her. I'm just not going to do it personally.
That's fair.
I'll give you the people to talk to.
You have your morals and your ethics, and I greatly appreciate that, as do I. But again, somebody close to this whole operation had to have done this. Somebody close. Now, it's either the people that are in this room or someone right next to it.
Give me a persuasion check. And I would say put this one at advantage. If, just go ahead and take that one at advantage. Because all of this is very compelling.
You said persuasion?
Yep.
And we just want someone to see if, like, anything is
15.
out of place. Okay. No harm intended at all.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll get somebody on it. All right. You happy?
It's not about being happy. It's about being safe. You want this operation safe.
I know. I get it.
Put us in charge. I mean, like, not in charge, but, you said, hey, we're going to help out. And so we did. We spent all last night doing what we had to figure out what it was. Right. And I got this close to damaging my faith. And that isn't something that comes easy to me. You understand? So I don't ask this of you kindly. I asked it as aggressively as possible. Do you want this to work or not?
I just said I'd put a tail on her, okay?
Is that a yes then? Because I believe that we're, in a room full of political figures.
Muted. Oh, okay.
It was a joke.
Okay, gotcha. That is a. I need some time with this.
That's fair.
Okay. And then almost immediately Thalrex again says, at least they'll have the trade manifest to consider. Daisy, what were you going to say?
I'd just like to ask Gideon if he has made any progress in our captive being put in a proper holding facility.
He has not at this point because he just woke up more or less.
Yeah.
But he would be doing that today.
Okay, cool.
At that, I think let's go ahead and end this session, and we will pick up on the rest of this next time.
What a beautiful session.
Woo!
Yeah, that was intense
That was good.
in a lot of ways.
That was solid.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you guys, and thank all of you who are watching for joining us on this. It's shaping up to be a really, really excellent story. So we bid you all good night or good day or whatever it is where you are and when you're watching this. Till next time, keep looking for them legends.